building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO aged rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO aged rum. World class in a glass.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
This one's for country. Get ready as the NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division. So we're heading to Abundance Bar at Long Beach, North Union on Saturday, 28th June for a big karaoke and bingo. For bingo will be 4 games of $100 each with a jackpot of $1,000. Tickets only $5. Starting time 9 p.m. So come sing the night away and win some big money for Carnival. As NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division brings to you karaoke and bingo on Saturday, 28th June in Long Beach, North Union at Amanda's Bar. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Please note that the ticket for the jackpot is $10.
Central Leeward, get ready to turn up the vibe. It's the Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro. It's happening Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar. Come live and rally with your representative, Conroy Huggins. Meet the man with the plan, the vibes, and the vision for Central Leeward. Tickets are only $80. And this one is selling off fast. We leave Barley at 7 a.m., Kingstown at 8 a.m., and it's all presented by the Central Leeward Young Dems and the NDP Central Leeward Division. It's mix, mingle, and move with the mission. The future is now. Let's ride with Huggins in this massive Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro on Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar.
While the New Democratic Party, the NDP, continue to represent the views of a significant number of Vincentians, the party is indeed obliged to recognize that we are now into new times. Through this radio program, the NDP hopes to keep in tune with the thinking of the populace, while offering leadership for the challenging times ahead. This program, New Times, is therefore for all Vincentians, regardless of political persuasion, to interact with the NDP in building a new team of New Democrats. Call telephone number 4565967 to interact with the party's host on this program, New Times, aired on this station, Nice Radio. From 10:30 a.m., it's New Times for a new team of New Democrats. The views expressed on this program are not those of Nice Radio.
We strive for what is right and pleasing in God's sight and a democratic right. We believe our country's future must be shaped by our own hands to ensure a strong foundation that's based on rock, not sand. The education of our children Let us put our heads together to keep our country's name and protect our youth from danger. Proud guardians we remain. Our women and our children will uphold with our men. That kind of determination and live in harmony and love. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right and pleasing in God's sight and a democratic life. We salute our founding members for the charge they gave to us, to provide and for the landless, be honest, kind and just, a better life for every worker, and for those for whom they care, to build one Caribbean, our peace and justice share. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right and pleasing in God's sight and a democratic life. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right and pleasing in God's sight and a democratic life. Oh, NDP, we love you so. One family, one destiny. We strive for what is right and pleasing in God's sight.
The winds of change are sweeping through the region. Change is long overdue. This is a new year. These are new times. We are the New Democratic Party. This is the New Times program with your host. We are ready. What about you?
I've been battered, bruised and torn, but I'm still here. Some days my life was filled with fear. Oh, but I'm still here. So many times I had to fight just to stay in the right. I have failed so many times, but I'm still here. I had many disappointments, but I am still here. There were days when I thought I could not make it, Lord, but I'm still here. So many storms I had to bear, Lord, for your joy they can't compare. Storms of sickness, storms of strife, oh, but I'm still here. I've been abused and misused, but I am still here. Been persecuted and accused, oh, but I'm still here. Lord, it's such joy such joy to know that your love had kept me so. Through the valley I had to go, but I'm still here.
Oh, yes, I'm still here by the grace of the Lord. Let me say a pleasant good morning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and let me welcome you to another edition of the New Times program. For today, the 26th day, the 26th or 27th day of June, in the year of our Lord 2025. My name is Igal Adams, and I will be the host for today's program. Let me remind you once again that the New Times program is a politically sponsored program. It is sponsored by the New Democratic Party of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the oldest, most loved, the political party that has a majority of support in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the political party that the only one that has outlived its founding fathers right here in SVG. And also it is the political party that will form government after the next general elections. The president and leader of our great party is none other than Dr. the Honorable Godwin Friday, the 5 times elected representative of the Northern Grenadines. So at this time, we're going to have, as usual, our reading from the Bible. And it will be taken from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." So this is the word of the Lord, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. May the Lord add the blessing to the reading, hearing, and doing of his words. Let me say a pleasant good morning to our leader, president and leader, the Dr. the Honorable Godwin Friday and family, to our past president and leader, and also past Prime Minister of SVG, Brother Annim Eustace and his family, to all of our members of parliament and their families, those elected and nominated, and to all of our candidates in the next general elections and their families, present good morning to you as well. To our executive members and their families, our chairpersons and their families, our past parliamentarians and past candidates for the New Democratic Party and their families, special good morning to all of you. And to all of our supporters here at home and abroad, a special good morning to you, and a special morning to all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Remember, the NDP has a big tent. The time for change is now, and regardless to whether you supported the New Democratic Party in the past, now is your time to make the switch. Come over and join us. Our tent is big. You're welcome to be under it, whether you're ULP or no P at all. You can come and be a part of the New Democratic Party, be a part of the change that is coming and is so needed in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As usual, you know, I'm going to shout up the most wonderful people in SVG, the people of Central Kingston. That is my home constituency, so got to shout up all the folks there. You know, big shout up to all of you, and we trust that everything is going well. And to persons who have tuned into this radio station at this time, you're not Vincentian, you're from another country, but you're interested in the way things are going in this country, you want to keep up with everything, and you too want to see the change. We welcome you to the program, and we trust that everything is well with you wherever you are. We're having some real nice weather today. It's kind of breezy. Well, not kind of, it's very breezy. And the sun is shining and everything looks fine on the outside. So we trust that wherever you are, that it is the same with you. Remember, that is this Saturday night. 9 o'clock up in Long Peace and North Union, the South Central Winwood constituency will be having their bingo and karaoke, I think, up there. So you got to check them out. It's 9 p.m. this Saturday night. And then from, I think, 1 p.m. in the Square in Calico there. East St. George, yes, we'll be having their domino and Pijo competition. You can go out there, join with Sister Lavon Villox, the next representative for East St. George, and join with her and her crew out there and have a good time with them. And then when you finish there, you head up to South Central Winwood to Long Peace in North Union. You join Brother Israel Bruce and his team as you have the bingo and karaoke up on that side. So join them there this coming Saturday. And then on the 13th of April, the big boat ride for Central Leeward. That is Brother Conroy Huggins and his crew down there. Join them. Because himself, Bruce, Sister Lavon, all of them will be representing those constituencies after the next general election. So you got to join them, be a part of the action. Make sure you give them your support and make sure you give the NDP your support anywhere you are, anywhere the action is with the NDP. You just join that action and make sure all the support you can give, you give to the New Democratic Party and Dr. Friday and his team, the team that has been put together meticulously, and they have chosen a team that was never assembled before in SVG, none like it. Various skill sets, the qualifications, the guys have the amount of things they can do in the different areas. Well put together, well put together team, a team that is well ready and fit and able to lead St. Vincent and the Grenadines into the 21st century. So show your support, be a part of the action everywhere. The NDP, things is a little bit on the slow side right now, because even if you're not involved in Carnival, like how I'm not involved, that season is coming up. So the political stuff are more on the low side, except low intensity side, so you ain't hearing of any big meetings anyway and so on. But that is just to give place for that activity. But after the activity, then things will come back to normal and things will heat up, because it will be 1 month closer to the next general election. So as the time flow by and the weekend go and the next month come in, things will surely be happening. Things will show up themselves, and definitely a lot of stuff will be across the country. So listen out and keep in tune. Well, today they're supposed to be having the public accounts meeting at the out there at the temporary parliament building. I'm not sure what time it begins. I can't remember. I shouldn't say I don't know at what time. I can't remember the time, but it will be. They're supposed to be having it there. Whether there will come any hiccups during the day, as they call it, I don't know. But we will wait and see what will happen then. Brother Conroy Huggins, is usually in here with us, but he is attending a graduation at the Leyu Government School. And the graduation ceremony is by the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Leyu. So that is where they will be having the ceremony for the graduation of the at the Leyu Government School. They will be having the graduation ceremony. at the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Layu. So as a result of that, Brother Conroy might not be able to join us today. May not be able to join us today because of that program. So this is the graduation season. There were many graduations been going on. Yesterday was the graduation of Emmanuel High School. That is my alma mater, really. That's the school, the secondary school I went to, Emmanuel High School, known now as the J.P. Eustace Secondary School, named after the founder of the school, J.P. Eustace. So they had their ceremony yesterday, and a lot of the other schools had their graduation ceremony during the week. Grammar school, community college, and all those places had their graduation. So this is the time for those things, and after this, people going out, either coming out of school, going into college, or coming out of college, looking for work. Some are just going over to new farms. Some are changing school, like those in the primary school. Will be now heading into secondary school life. So, lots of these graduations will be on. So that's why some of the candidates wouldn't be able to be in at certain time. But the graduations will pass, and then everything will be back to normal. So you just take care, and everything will be okay. When the lines are open, the numbers for you to call will be 456-5967. That will be the local number. I hope it is working today. Yesterday I was having a real problem with it, but I trust that it is working today. The WhatsApp is 498-3802. That is the WhatsApp number, and the Magic Jack is 718-734-5615. So I noticed, I think I mentioned it a little last week, Friday, that they begin to do some work on the roads in Green Hill and Sharps. Well, it took the guys in Green Hill, they striked for a day. And then they came and marked out some of the holes, and then they fixed those. Then they came back and marked out some more. And then I see yesterday and the day before, I see that they're fixing some of them. They came, cut out some, and they're patching them. And some of the holes, though, they're not doing anything to them. To me, if you're repairing something, you should just make sure you repair everything. But I see they leave out some of the holes, and even some that they newly repair. Going down Large Village near the school, if you look at the speed bumps that are there, right next to one of them, they had filling a hole that was there. Passing this morning, that's out already. So, sometimes you wonder if they do take the time and do these things well, and patch them well. But some of the patching is not good. Some are looking okay. Yeah, some are looking decent, but some definitely need some work to be done on them. But we need all the repairs to be done, because the drivers have a right to drive on proper roads. And the commuters who ride in these vehicles, have the right to feel comfortable as they ride as well. Over in Sharps, though, those guys had to strike for a week. Make sure that the government get the message, and they start to fix some roads there. I hope they will continue until all of the roads are finished, because I see they left off some, and they haven't even some of those that they fix, they're not even fixed properly. So I trust that they're coming back to finish everything and make sure everything is in order. But when it comes to a place where drivers have to actually strike to get roads fixed by the government in office, that is a sign that the government need to go. Because nobody supposed to have to strike to bring the attention of the roads to the government. The government have people driving on the roads every day from every constituency. So they know the roads, they know that which is bad, and some of the MPs have to travel on some of the roads, and some of the government MPs as well. Therefore, if the government is really governing on behalf of the people, then these things will be taken care of without people have to take extreme measures like going on strike in the transportation system in order to get roads fixed. So it's another sign that the Unity Labour Party is on their way out. Another sign that they're really too tired and weary for governance right now. They've been governing for too long, and like a cricketer, after a certain time, you just got to hang up the boots, whether you want to hang it up or not. And if you don't hang it up, sometimes the team hang it up for you, because the selectors will just leave you out and don't pick you because they know that your time has come. And the selectors in St. Vincent and the Grenadines are the electorate, the voters. Those are the selectors. And when this run comes to select a new team, by the grace of the Lord, the selectors will make sure that the Unity Labour Party is not selected, so that they will not be able to be on the team that will be governing St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the next 5 years. Well, I see a co-host of mine is joining me in the studio here. I have no size to compare with him, that's for sure, because I will have to look up if I standing next to him. So I could imagine when he get on the field over there and do those matches, and so he could stand up with some of the guys who play in those leagues and things, because some of them could be pretty rough. Me now, they might just brush past me and push me down. So it's good to have him in the studio with me today. And his brother Bart Francois is here with us, and I know normally it's his voice you will hear on a Thursday, but sometimes you'll hear mine, but the normal thing you will hear him. Well, you heard him yesterday when he had Major, but he didn't tell me where the secret party was, so I didn't get to crash it. I know all you hear say I was going to crash it yesterday, but I didn't get to crash it. But I know he took care of the Major. But before I bring him in, we have a call on the line, so let me just take the call. Welcome to New Times.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, morning, bro. What's up?
I good. I bought my friend, so I think you know tomorrow. I think the giant I mentioned had to be he.
Well, yeah.
It don't have to be.
you don't know. I think we are no other hosts I could describe that way.
Yeah, so I got my topic this morning is on the roads in Calico.
Okay.
And I think you might have heard, right? I don't think you have passed through, right? Let me start this way. Now, some months ago, well, over almost 2 years now, a project that was supposed to be taking 6 months is going out to 18 plus months, close to a year.
And it was supposed to be about 2 million, and how it's gone to about 5 million now?
And it went from 2.5 to 5.5.
Right.
And I think that's what I was asking the Parliament of this week. We heard the minister probably saying that they spend another cent more, but the project can finish in August. Nevertheless, Egal, the people of Calico and the persons who have been traversing through these roads on foot and via vehicles have really been experiencing a terrible time. I know some of them may be afraid to speak out. I know the ambassador in Canada, his sons wrote vehemently on this, and person wants to take into account. But like me who live in the heart of the town, I call this a dust bowl. I can't open my windows. But what I want to get I got is that the engineers who did this, who did this work, and the person who designed the job, this work, have failed the people of Calico. And the minister, the minister of finance, and everything that Canada wants to fail the people of Eastern George. And I'll let you know why. Upon us hearing about the project, they were give Calcutta face, people were going look and look and look and look. There was not up to today a consultation by the area representative. I must say again, I must commend Mr. Brewster when he did a project down in Bookman, because I heard them for myself on the radio that he called a community consultation. There was none in East St. George. I can tell you this for a fact. As a matter of fact, I took my monies and rented the church hall and invited people of East St. George, of Kadekwa, to come to that meeting. We had just about 2 handfuls full, right? But our voices were being heard. We sent a message, a letter to the Minister of Finance and Area Representative Carmelo Gonsalves. What I heard is that he said he spoke to the engineers. So this is the disrespect that this guy has fought inside here. You understand? He is too good to come and have a town hall meeting. I spoke to the engineers. So the engineers did what they had to do. But I said before, the engineers have failed the people and the draftsman. As a matter of fact, I was on site once with this draftsman, who is a guy from Jamaica. I had to tell him off. He was saying to us there that in front of one of the engineers that there's an article about Eyewitness News about the road. And his comment was that I ain't canceled any Eyewitness News article. People should be living in Kadekwa because of flood-prone area. Because you listen to this ridiculous guy, little boy from Jamaica.
So they bring somebody from Jamaica to tell Vincent Johns where they must live?
No,
I find he was out of place.
Vincent John, he walks here. Not wrong if you walk in and he
No, I mean not nobody walk, but you can't be telling Vincent Johns where to live. You're rude.
He said that I was there, I'm not gonna lie on him, and there was witness. An engineer was there. I don't ask the guy, where you from, how soon, how long were you born? I said, where's Port Royal today? Maybe you were too young to know that. And if you read any history, you will know how Port Royal disappeared. But as it is now, Igal, the project is going through some serious different dimensions. Roads are supposed to be concrete as far as we have been told, and are going to be asphalted. The 2 main entrances into the town, they are terrible. People who are going to church at Blanco, remember Louis Jones, they all up in Glen. People who, where I'm living here, used to be bringing shoes, 2 pair of shoes, one to take off, wash the foot, and put on another one.
Put on the other
it's
one.
basically the same thing now. Basically the same thing now in the town.
So we gone back to like in the days of labor, because that used to happen in my area too.
Right. There's a sidewalk that was built. Maybe one before sidewalk that was built. I had about 10 or so open manholes until today. Someone told me a child fell through the other day, a school child, and they're still open. I even told them, why you didn't take a picture? They didn't take it, right? But nevertheless, the manholes have been open. Even the crossroads, there are not grills, there are some wooden temporary grills that are already broken into, and vehicles are liable to fall in, even pedestrians are liable to fall in them. Where is the respect for the people of East St. George, and in particular Kadekwa, and the persons who go to Kadekwa, Fayard, Chappins, and likewise Belmont, and wherever they live in? It's total disrespect. And the people must be called out. The sidewalk that was supposed to go to the school, where they say the sidewalk is to enable school children to walk. It's a parking lot going to the school.
Well, if you don't know where to park and you have to walk or so in the area, you'll have to take somewhere to park. And if they didn't finish the road so you could get somewhere, obviously, you will normally go on the sidewalk.
This is thing that belongs to the project. So why be the sidewalk? So you make a parking lot for the project?
That's the problem you have when the project should finish in 6 months, and then after 2 years it ain't finished, you get all those problems.
And then the roads are being raised so high that people's privacy has been diminished. People can walk on people in your house easily now. If you can't afford to raise, well, my house can't raise. So obviously, I have to live with that. If you have to go and alter the windows, same thing at my expense and all these other things. At my property now, there are unstable grills to enter it. There are nail holes that was built into my property. There are pencil marks that was marked on it. There were cement splashes. As a matter of fact, I told the contractor the other day I saw some water running. But since it was done, water running from the road onto my property.
Okay.
So I said, look, I'm walking in a pool or right into my property. Then we blame the engineers. So if you're the contractor and you can't reason with the engineer, but apparently they must fall out. So people have to accept what's going on here now. You know? And it is ridiculous, right, girl? I'm really fed up. And I'm sure, well, I am venting my opinion and my voice, right? I can't speak for everybody. People need to speak for themselves and stop hiding on the bushels.
Well, what?
Now they're trying to, I hear the contract, they take over part of the contract to give somebody else, so now they're fighting up now and again to fill in the road. To bring it up to the level so that maybe the other party who's going to take over to do it. And I mean, some of the contractor to bring it up to the level. Maybe that's their contract to complete that aspect of the road.
Okay. Well, the thing is,
it's ridiculous. Inviting the media, the media houses, if possible, print and electronic, to come out and have a look. If you want to interview me, I am so free to do. I told one engineer, one of the Philippine people, OECC. He asked me how I'm feeling about the project. I said, boss, look good, it not feel good. I said, when the project is completed, it may look good, but I'll be having a bad feeling. Why? Because if rain, Calico floods, I will get the worst of it now. As a matter, everybody within the flood area. Because what happening? The vent holes that they do that with your domestic water is the same hole that the water will come in if it come in at a heavy flow. Okay. Same small holes it has to go. Right? So I said to him, so what is the problem? I said, man, this thing could have been solved if he had there been a consultation. People would have been able to give you their opinion and you could have formed a conclusion. I suggested to the engineer, one of the engineers, that down at bottom town where the pan side is, the left side, which is the side closer to the bridge, you could probably double in some piles there, one or two, to stop the heavy debris, which are the big tree chunks and so on that wash on from the river, from the side bank every time. Avoid them from blocking the two culverts that have been placed there to hold up the bridge. And you can make like an open to the top of it, so that if when the water going down, so it will go down. Some water will come on the land, but it won't be as heavy as we are accustomed having. Right? You know what they're going to do, Igal? Build Jericho wall right by the area where the same tractor went down and cleaned some time ago there. So that has been blocked off now, partially. And I think the work is going to become closed, and that will be the same way as they leave it now. Thus resulting in the gentleman who lives at the bottom of the bridge. I tell him he better buy get Coast Guard number to car to float him out. It should be around. Because anyhow, rain come and you don't move before the rain comes down, the house is going to be gone. And there's nothing that they do that would avoid Calico flooding unless they make that correction.
Well, the people...
Bottom down, entrance for the water, everybody's property now is 8 inches below the road. Are they going to be bringing in pumps to pump out water? You might pump the water up, but what about the debris that's going to be left there?
That seemed to be a serious problem. But the people of Calico right now have a job to do in the next general elections. They just have to get rid of the Unity Labour Party and make sure a new Democratic Party government is in place so that they could work to rectify these things that have been unfinished or badly done by the Unity Labour Party.
Well, you didn't win in Calico, so that must be the punishment you're facing now. You want to finish the consultation?
I have somebody on the local line, so I'm going to have to let you go now.
Thanks for the voice, and I'm inviting the media to come out to Calico, man. Come and have a look.
Definitely.
All right,
bro. God bless. Welcome to New Times.
Pleasant morning to you, my brother.
Good morning, bro. What's up?
Pleasant morning to you. I just wanted to say good morning to the caller who have started there.
Yeah, and I have both in the studio with me.
Okay, good. Well, good morning to you both. Good
Morning, Bigger, morning.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to speak about because I just look at both video there.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, we have what you call a public accounts committee meeting going on right now.
Yeah.
And imagine that somebody has bought Statia. What board does is to bring information to the public. He cannot go get inside there. But what I want to call about is Ras Aibo this morning. And I want to thank him. Because the NDP is in opposition today because we do not have, I did not understand the Constitution of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Had we understand it, this thing that we have dealing here with right now would have never happened. So I want to agree with my brother Rasaibo, you know what I mean? That we need to start to get the Constitution and whatever backup other documents and not to read them, study them, because we're dealing with an individual that we know don't play fair. Never play the game fair at all. That's the reason why some people is understanding now. More and more people are understanding when I say that we never had an election in 2001. It appears so, but we never had one based on the Constitution. The Constitution is the greatest law to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we need to get the Constitution in our school, start from the primary school, and to make sure every single child understand, get a copy of the Constitution and study it. Not just read it, study it. Because if you don't study it and you just read it, you can miss you could miss the point and you could miss the salient points inside it. So I'm saying this morning, my brother, thanks for making your effort, but you didn't get through, but you're still making us to understand what is happening. And we're talking about we have something with public. This thing should have been broadcast live. Just like when you get the House of Assembly, live and other issues. All of them relate to the House of Assembly. And for me,
all of them are the people's business.
Exactly. So. These are the things where we need to punish. We must punish this election here. We must punish them. And I really can keep on saying, my brother, these people have committed treason in this country. Again, have a wonderful, I want to hear about it. Have a wonderful day, my brother. Love you all so much.
Okay, God bless my brother. Take care. Yes, well, but I couldn't even call you in because soon as they come and I talk, and it callers came in one time.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, so good morning.
So let me start from the back, as they say, come forward. Let me thank you, because the idea is that as they have the Public Accounts Committee meeting, and I am close to Calico, when you're ready, it depends, you go right there. I say, well, I'll go out there, and then you'll come on air.
Okay. We take the call and see who we have. Welcome to New Times.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm calling from Sandy Bay.
Okay.
Well, I understand just now we can't get no water in Sandy Bay and Ori and Fancy.
Why?
Because my Prime Minister do a good job. He gone and punched the suffering. So that when you call it a miserable up there now. That will be miserable.
You mean with the geothermal thing?
Yes.
I know if it can have an effect on the water. Yes. We go wait and see what's going to happen with that.
Well, we will wait and see what happens.
Yeah, we go wait and see.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. So the idea was I will go to the Public Accounts meeting. You'll come on here, and I'll give updates. That's the point.
Call, boy. Welcome to New Times.
I got welcome on board.
Good morning.
Tell me.
Yes, I mean to say, but all the education.
You need to turn down. You need to turn down.
Wait, who is this? Razor?
You need to turn down your radio.
Is this Razor?
Yes, sir.
Razor, I taking a time out from you till July. So I'm not responding to anything you say.
Razor, listen to me.
Not interested.
Razor, you listening to me? Well, you just can't talk. So I was telling you to turn down the radio because I was getting a feedback.
Yes.
Right, and I want to hear what you're saying. You have a question or you have a comment?
No, I'm telling about something.
No, about in dealing with you. See, in dealing with you till after July.
Okay.
So
well,
fine.
I'm really talking bad about him.
No, but you see, you ain't dealing with you still till after July.
Well, let me ask you a question, I got.
Yeah, ask me.
No, how come that Mr. Licker can board in know that private people can't go? Anybody just can't go to a public committee meeting. It's a shut-in meeting. The only one the members and
tell me something.
Responsible,
When last you heard of Public Accounts Committee meeting?
Well, in Sylvan, so I heard none about 15 years ago.
For a long time, right? So
yeah.
If you didn't hear none for a long time, you may not know whether you can go or not. If you get an invitation, you take the invitation and go. If you take the invitation and go, and you can go, well, that's a different story,
But,
right?
but,
But
you don't know that.
well, you don't know.
Only Sylvan alone.
There's only one person who everything is God. Everybody
You're
know
right,
everything, my brother.
but he should know that
So have yourself a good day, man. That ain't really no point. No, that ain't no point to really. Yeah, but that's no point to really think. That's just by
I
the
telling
way.
you, Mr. Bot, he should embarrass himself.
Other people went it too, so that ain't no point to go and make it a public. You hear what name? Public Accounts Committee meeting. It deals with things for the public. So who say you shouldn't be able to go? It's a public thing. Parliament is a public thing. But you can go and sit down and listen. You can't participate. Everybody knows that. But you can go sit down and listen to the parliament, but you can't participate. You can listen to everything they do in parliament. So the Public Accounts Committee, that bit higher than the parliament, if you could listen to the parliament, which is the highest place in the land, why you can't listen to the Public Accounts Committee meeting? I don't know why you can't listen it. So that ain't here, neither there. Brother Board, we'll come back right in.
Yes, yeah, so the idea was that we would have that split.
Right.
Okay. So let me go. First, sometimes it's good to educate people.
True.
I'm not responding to that particular caller, but all over the world, in other jurisdiction, Public Accounts Committee are open to the public because that is the key word.
Public accounts.
And and with modern technology these days, anybody who listening to me have to do, Google Public Accounts Committee meeting, can the public attend? And you tell me what you see. Yes, the public can generally attend Public Accounts Committee meeting as there is a presumption of openness and transparency. Right? However, committee can, under specific decision, decide to hold certain sessions in private, also often referred to as in camera.
In camera, yeah.
So they may have something that is, whether for security reasons, public sensitivity, that okay, for this session,
they don't want.
They could do that for Parliament too. They could
They
could say for this sit in the Parliament.
Yeah, we don't want nobody in the street and just gallery.
But the fact is, this is Public Accounts Committee. The government have been saying over and over, and the spokespersons for years, that the opposition, which is whoever is the leader of the opposition at that time, can call the committee meeting. Why they ain't calling it? They must call it. They make it nice. One of the arguments they're making, the public want to know what's happening. Call the meeting. We ready to share information.
And now when you call it, you don't want
now you call the meeting, you are telling me the public can't come, but the press can't come either. And not only that, they're not streaming it. But let me say something. The API, I was told, I didn't get to go in as I say, but I was told that the API is in there. So when I say, but how come the API could be in there? Nobody has no press. Or they're recording. If you go to what is done with the API and NBC radio, at this point, without any apologies, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as thousands of intentions are concerned, they are organs of the ULP, not the government.
I come to that.
Not the government.
As well.
And so what we'll have from the ULP, from the ULP API being released would probably be their version or anything that is good for them. The public is not going to get the information. I am hoping, and as on this side, I could take a little more liberty. I'm hoping that the New Democratic Party will have a press conference soonest to update the public as to maybe even as tomorrow as to what took place. But the fact is, we have all of these things. The public don't have the information. So we have to depend now on the persons who are in the meeting to come and give us a synopsis of what happened with obvious their bias one way or another. We want to know this committee, even if it's chaired by the leader of the opposition, is to account to the people for the use of the people money.
Money, definitely.
Not to come to the opposition, you know.
No.
To come to the people. But if the people don't have access to what is being said, what is being asked, or the information, who are you accounting to? One another?
You're not accounting to the people.
Exactly.
All you're accounting those are members of parliament.
Let me give you 2 examples. Yesterday, when they had parliament, Senator John asked a very important question on diabetes. NBC had an extract from it. And basically, I read it yesterday, and I'm going to look back for it, saying that the Ministry of Health is concerned about diabetes and looking into it. They never said that the member, Senator John, asked this question because of her concerns, and this is the reply. They never said that.
No.
There's one line in it and saying they were responding to a question in Parliament. They never say who asked the question. They never say what is the question. Never. The API, I think it is. Yes. There's a press release out now. I'm trying to get a copy of it, in which it basically says government update on the shelter of readiness in the Grenadines. And they're giving a thing of where finance minister said about how they're ready and so. But the information came because Honorable Terence Oliver asked a question about the readiness. So when you're reporting and giving the impression that the government is updating the public that down they're ready, it is dishonest.
Yeah, because they were responding to a question.
So you need to say, in response to a question asked by the Honorable Terence Oliver about his concerns about the readiness of the Grenadines for, you know, we coming up to the force.
Yeah,
the government assured, they could put that, assured that they are in control or they have the matter under control. I don't care how much praise it, but state the fact as a news entity.
Of course.
Without bias. So I say that to say, what do you expect to come out of the Public Accounts Committee meeting with API being the only recording agency?
It had to be dreaming. You see, that's one reason too, you know, why I really can't see myself in any way supporting or asking for support for this Unity Labour Party. I mean, come on, everything has to be in their corner. Everything. I mean, the API is supposed to be a public agency. That is what it's supposed to be under the Unity Labour Party. No, it is not a public agency. It is something else. Let me take this. Okay, wrong one. Welcome to New Times.
Good morning, Igel. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
You know, this is such a salient topic that we're discussing this morning. Indeed, I would even say that today, being the meeting of the Public Accounts Committee, is a momentous day for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because for too long we have had a glaring lack of transparency and accountability from this government. What I found to be rather distasteful and disturbing is the decision to hold this meeting in almost with a level of secrecy that is unwarranted. There is a reason why this committee is named the Public Accounts Committee, because what they are meeting to do is to go over the public accounts, i.e. the people's money, and it's also the people's business. I cannot understand for the life of me why the people are not being allowed to, in their own way, even observe from a distance by being able to attend or being able to have it aired on national radio so that they can form their own conclusions based on the questions and responses. We broadcast Parliament, for God's sake. This is not a national security meeting.
But that's what I'm saying. It is the first one for how much? Yes, so you can't say making an exception for this one because, okay, something here that we have to deal with. Otherwise, the first one, Boy, everybody's supposed to be.
Carl, if you allow me, right? Because I'm not one. I don't want to give my opinion. I want to give what is good governance in the world. And
absolutely.
And that's why I tell people, Google it. Right? So just allow me. It's a there could be some sessions in camera with reasons for doing so. Publish.
Yes, so people could know.
Right.
Presumption. Many jurisdictions operate on the principle that public accounts meetings should be open to the public and media. The public and media are usually allowed to attend the hearing unless a resolution is made to hold them in camera. If a committee decides to hold a meeting in private, the reasons for the decision are typically documented and made public.
Exactly.
Even when meetings are held in private, the public often has access to transcript or other documentation related to the proceedings. So, if they wanted to have it in private, the government has the majority here. People have to realize that, even though the opposition has the chairmanship. They needed to pass a resolution that is common practice around the world, but this session is in private. But the transcript and the information, because they passed a public, Public Information Act donkey years ago, in which they don't want to make into. What is there to hide? And the Speaker of the House, good friend of mine, let me put that way, but I'm talking the Speaker of the House. I don't know, because we have not gotten any information from out of the House yet as to what happened there. But if she's the one or she's the person who pushed this, I'm extremely disappointed. There are a lot of people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who are allowing themselves to be led like sheep without any sort of. They put through all the education, all the upbringing, all the characteristics to be allowed to just be followed. Thanks for the time. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm to add to what you're saying, right? I live here in the United States. We see publicly. I mean, there is
even criminal case.
it's called C-SPAN, right? It's, cable satellite public access network. They cover Congress, and every time there is even a meeting of one of the subcommittees, it is publicized. You
for the
can
world
go
to
on
see.
C-SPAN all the time. The only time, sometimes, when you have people from the intelligence committee being interrogated by one of the committees, they would say, I can't answer this question in public, but I'll be able to share the information to you in camera, with you in camera. And that's the procedure, because that's what democracy requires, that the people, but see this process that has taken place this morning? It should not give the impression that the government is in power. It should give the impression that the people is in power. But that is not what the exercise is demonstrating this morning, because it's being hidden deliberately from the people. And mind you, the irony here, a lot of those on the government side were the ones who were calling for this meeting in the first place.
Yeah. That, as usual, hypocrites. That's real hypocrisy.
Yep. But they know, Bert. I suspect that they are fully cognizant of the fact that most of what is contained in the 2021-2022 reports are very unflattering to the government. It kind of, I shouldn't say kind of, it shows in great detail the maladministration of the public accounts of this country by this government in the past 24 years. And I believe, this is my opinion, that behind the scenes, after Dr. Friday announced that this would be made available to the public, open to the public, that there was a hurried conversation between the speaker and the man at the head, and it was decided for the best political expediency not to make it public. That's what I believe happened. But
and nobody can fight you for your belief. You didn't say no. It is your belief.
It's my belief. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. But I do hope, Bert, I agree with you that I hope that Dr. Friday and those who are attending on behalf of the opposition, the New Democratic Party, that they hold a press conference and they lay everything bare that was discussed within this meeting today. Because as we all know, daylight or sunlight is the best disinfectant.
True.
So let us bring this into daylight and have it scrutinized and processed in great detail by the people. Thank you so much, guys. Keep up the good work. Great discussion.
Okay, you're welcome, bro. Have yourself a good day. God bless.
You too.
Okay. Bye. Yeah, so what is there to hide? They don't have
Apparently a lot.
They don't have anything to hide. Open it up to the public. It's public accounts.
You know, I'm saying.
Now, with a cabinet meeting you're having, I don't expect you inviting the public, but I mean, it's you, the cabinet. If you want to see people from the media come, you could invite them. That is a different thing. You give an invitation, but something that is public doesn't need that kind of stuff. But we're coming to the end of an era. Don't frighten. Welcome to New Times.
Hey, Igel and Bud. I just want one simple thing to say. Maybe it is not the Public Accounts Committee, it's the Public Secret Committee.
Well, you never know.
Wonders never cease. You know what amazing?
Let me just ask this post on the WhatsApp to hold. Post on the WhatsApp.
I'm not long. It's amazing, as you said a while ago. If you look at the social media, you have 40 man. Candyman there on the radio, Weeks, the Kentucky man on the radio. Everybody said, well, they won't call public committee. But now, you see, the secret is secret to them only. But time will tell. Let me just put it this way. God bless.
Okay, Doggy. Thanks. Welcome to New Times.
Hello, Igor.
Hey, how are you doing?
What's up, Igor? Could you read the Constitution with the Public Committee? What's the rules on it? Could you read it? Constitution?
Well, I don't have a constitution.
If it's supposed to be private,
I don't have a constitution here with me, but if you were listening when both read what is public accounts throughout the world, and you would see it is not a private something, it's a public something.
No, you have a constitution there?
I ask you a question.
Do you have a constitution?
You have one?
No, I want to.
Okay, we'll see if we get it for you.
Right, I don't have one.
Why are they not finding something before they come married from top?
No, you only talking foolish.
I will answer because we never plan. Nobody expect that they're going to close it down to the public.
So how we could come with that? We didn't know they're going to do that. We expect that the public will be there.
Listen to me. The Constitution and the laws in South Africa at one time had black people as nothing.
Of course.
Okay? So if you went by the law of the day, even in America, and Martin Luther King and them had to fight for civil rights.
Yeah.
The law of the land does not necessarily make it moral or good governance.
But the thing is, our constitution that we have here now is in sync with all Western practice democracy. So it wouldn't be different than the others. So
I don't have mine with me. But
I don't have mine with me either. Welcome to New Times. Welcome to New Times.
Greetings, Brother Igor. How are you?
Greetings, my brother. How are you doing?
Just want to say one quick thing. The Public Commission, the Public Accounts Committee has nothing to do with whether we want it, whether our politicians want it. It is the Constitution. That is the check and balance after the Auditor General, the Accountant General. 4 months after the financial year, she present audited information to the Parliament.
She's supposed to.
God bless you. Supposed to, because Mrs. Fitzpatrick and Delia Seeley did it. And since they left, you know who they bring in? A crony Auditor General. I'm talking crony because I'm saying so, because when I call her office, she said, don't call back here because you're running down me on radio. I'm not running her down and said there's a violation. Mrs. Fitzpatrick followed the rule and Delia Seeley. Why is this important? because no Hamilton is no NDP or no ULP because he lost state clearly. Without that, we don't know how our monies are being spent. And since ULP got in there, millions of dollars. I told my friend Fuji on radio this morning, imagine $95 million.
They couldn't account for
Couldn't
it.
account for it at the NDP. They say no makeup thing. You know why? Because the Auditor General under Section 70, 75, and 76 is supposed to audit every government statutory body, including JESCO. You know what you said about JESCO? Me coming here with none to put the station in trouble. You know what you said about JESCO? They've got a man, a dead man. So I got, well, you know, but he audited.
And not only that, since the person dead, then that person can't talk. So it's
what he says it right is that for me, I'm not calling names in any kind of capacity. But what I'm saying right now is that for 25 years, no public accounts committee. It means then that the Auditor General, the Accountant General, under 70, even when they audit and they give the information to the Parliament, opposition parliamentarians, government parliamentarians, of course, mind we don't have a government, we have a dictatorship. I'm saying is that there is still a check and balance to make sure that there is no collusion between the Auditor General, which can happen, and the Accountant General and the politicians. And then that committee also was an oversight. And so one of the things that have been hurting me as a man, part of Labour, since I got there, because under the Milton Cato and the NDP, we had adherence to Section 70, Public Accounts Committee, called Mrs. Fitzpatrick, and she was so, you know, finally I got who they put as the Accountant General. They put a family member. And when I got the information, it was a family member. And I called her Miss Antoine. I said, hello, Miss Antoine. Because she used to talk to me good. How are you really related to the... And she tell me I want Jesus in my life. She tell me I want something. And the blacklist people call it back.
Brother Hamilton, it doesn't matter who you put as the Accountant General if they would follow the Constitution and
God bless you,
hold on. If they would follow the Constitution and do what the Constitution say, I don't mind who the person is in the position. Because they're doing the work.
No, but let me tell you why you're correct. You know who was the accountant, the Accountant General? Mrs. Fitzpatrick. You know who's her husband? Was Robbie Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, right,
but
I know
woman
followed
the rules.
Yes. So it
doesn't
mind who is there. So and except you don't follow the rules. But as long as they follow the rules, I don't mind who is there. But hold on. There's one thing the Unity Labour Party did in their turn in office, why all of those things were so late. They never provided enough money for that department to hire enough people so that they can do the work on time, so that the report will come on time. They always come after
and you know
the term of government
you know why I could
finished.
attest to that? I could attest to that because under the watch
that we have
NDP,
to change. This is the only one
they
that
had
come
the
a
resources.
little.
And you know when the Grenadian new Prime Minister took, when the St. Lucia no Prime Minister took over, they decided to add more monies.
I have somebody holding on the line.
Yes, I got to order the books, you know. It's a lot of resources, a lot of manpower.
I know that.
So the way forward, Gonzab, leave it the way it is, call elections today for elections,
definitely.
So we could get an administration in that can put it back so we know how our taxpayers' monies are being spent. They have to go get them out. Don't waste some time with ULP. Get them out today. Get them out today.
Thank you. The elections are coming and we will get them out by the grace of the Lord. Welcome to New Times.
Brother Bert, I just wanted to ask a quick question. Is the clerk of the House present at the meeting today?
I don't know. I don't know who was inside.
I
never
can't get in.
I never
got
in.
know who inside. So
yeah, because
we wouldn't know that.
One of my concerns is whether the details would be Hansarded, because that would preserve
that we will kind of know when
record
when Doc and them come out of the thing, and so we
but
could ask them that question.
I could answer when Nicola go because there's
you know, and you see, politics being the kind of game that it is, the Dr. Friday can come out, Major can come out, and they can give their own facts.
No, not that.
about,
If the clerk of the house
and-
is there, they wouldn't come and say she is
they
there
would,
and she not
and
there.
then the government can point to that and say, well, question that and say, well, they
If I may get some
know,
information, right? Because
I'm hoping that everything is being recorded and
yeah, they
I'm
will be
sorry, I
recorded.
don't know if that's part of the
Whether
process.
it would be made public is another question, because typically in St. Vincent and Grenadines, from my whatever research I do, it is not normally open, right?
Right.
But the Public Accounts Committee for in St. Vincent and Grenadines, like many other countries, play a critical role in scrutinizing how the government spend money. It's typically sometimes it is private, but the report, while the meeting may be private, the Public Accounts Committee does produce report based on its findings. These reports are then presented to the House of Assembly and can be made public if it's private, which I said in keeping. But it all comes down to good governance. So if you have something to hide or if you don't have something to hide. In this case, I think the government would have glad to get it public.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that answers my question, Bert. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right, bro. Welcome to New Times. Welcome to New Times. Welcome to New Times. I'm not getting the post on the Magic Jack often. Welcome to New Times. I know I ain't getting the post on the Magic Jack at all, but well,
Not getting the post, huh?
Not getting the post on the Magic Jack at all. Welcome to New Times, Magic Jack. And again,
okay, so let me go to
I don't know
well,
the
it's
problem.
fine in the Constitution, right?
Magic Jack, you can call back because I'm not getting you at all. Yeah, both. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, take the call. Then I'll read from what I'm saying.
Welcome to New Times. Welcome to New Times. I still not getting the post.
Really.
Magic Jack, I ain't getting them. Magic Jack, you hearing me? I'm not getting them. Welcome to New Times. Still not getting you. I don't know. Maybe somebody might come and assist me from outside.
Let me see if I could solve the problem. Let me see.
Yeah, because I'm not getting the post at all. They're calling on the Magic Jack, but I'm not. They're supposed to come in on one of these channels, but I'm not getting them and none. So maybe somebody from outside can come. I tried that too, but didn't get them.
Hello?
They're gone though. Okay, Magic Jack, call back and we're gonna see if we get you in. But right now, we sorry that we didn't get you. We would have loved to have
I think the point I was making and that a lot of persons were expecting is because of all the fuss over we have for 10 years. The thing is, I say it's in St. Vincent and Grenadines. So I'm reading it. The meeting of the Public Accounts Committee are not explicitly stated as open to the public in the Constitution. So the Constitution don't say it have to be open, which is what we're saying. There's no need to say it have to be open. The nature of the meeting.
It's public.
Okay, so the Public Accounts role is to examine government spending, make recommendation. It can summons official for questioning, which is what is done. There is no specific rule mandating public access, but good governance practice will. The work is often covered by the media. Making information about its activities generally acceptable. I'm reading for what they're saying relating to St. Vincent. So even though you don't have the public,
you have the media.
You should have the media.
Of course, because the media are the ones who cover things.
So that the information get to the public. That's the point I'm making. The Constitution don't say it's open or it's not open. For example, the House of Assembly, Parliament could meet and say, for the next 2 sittings, it's not open to the public.
Yeah.
The Constitution does it have to be, as far as I'm aware. You know, so but good governance, transparency, accountability. You would want to make some of these things. Let's make it public. What's there to hide?
Because like during the COVID, remember you couldn't go in the strangers gallery. So
Yes.
Parliament did
And
make
it's
that
true.
decision that you couldn't go at that time. Only the parliamentarians could have gone in. So they can make that decision. But the Constitution never say the people can come. So if you're making a decision, then you have to make it public. Let me see if I get the post now. Welcome to New Times.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, good. I just want to read something here from the Searchlight. Because, you know, people, that guy who just called, a long time I ain't hear him, just call and start nice and be a fool after. Yeah, I sure you have a phone. Instead of TikTok and WhatsApp and whatever, just Google your stuff, man. It's there. It says, and this is from the Searchlight, regarding public access to the PSC's proceedings. While the Constitution outlines the committee mandate, report to the House of Assembly, the provided information does not explicitly state whether the meeting or the deliberation of the Public Accounts Committee are open to the general public. However, the Public Accounts Committee serves a critical role in promoting accountability and transparency in government spending. Reports from the PSC are presented to the Parliament and are considered key mechanism for ensuring that public funds are properly managed. Therefore, it is reasonable to infer that the report of the PSC are made available to the public after being presented to the House. So it should be. It doesn't say specifically, yes, it has to be open.
Yes, and that's the point I was making.
If this government, after so much years, I'm blaming the opposition for not calling it or not putting it together. When Drummer said when he was Speaker of the House, the mechanism was never there for it anyway. But I have it here too with Drummer stating that it's not this fault or that fault. The mechanism was not properly in place for even the opposition leader to call the Public Accounts Committee. So it is not for people to say that, oh, you're supposed to follow some rule. There's no hard and fast, but this government if they don't have anything to hide. And the people who follow them are so sheep-like. Anything they spot. As a matter of fact, it comes to a point, and I listened to Major yesterday, and it's so true. It comes a point now in St. Vincent and in New York here, because I asked them this morning, to put the container together to start to put money in it to send them to buy them tools to them sanitation workers. Because they have the attitude there and down there that they don't even have to listen to the leader, They spout garbage before he does, because they think it's their duty to do it. It's like a fall with chickens. When they just have chickens, how protective they are, the young ones, or any animal. These people protect that man without he even have to lift a finger, because that is how they are trained and taught. And if they want, they can go and see this and know that it is not a hard and fast rule that is open. But for so long, it was in the opposition, I could say it's in his, he just think, because he mentioned it all the time when he was having this account meeting, that he invited board, and he invited when they were in the Democrat House, they asked, what's his name, to come. He was saying it for the whole week, but they didn't say anything then. You didn't see them making a statement.
Because they can invite the public.
No.
Even the Constitution did not say the public have to come. The Constitution did not say the public cannot come. So if you having it and you say, listen, for transparency, we open it to the public and the media. Why then should the majority of members who are government prevent it, or whoever prevent it from being open to the public or to the media? That's the one.
The opposition could use his discretion as the chairman and say, what, it's open, people could come, right? But as you say, and as we know, he is not the majority. So even self, he say that, knowing that he could make that discretion for people to come. They would not allow it. So don't call the program and say, oh, y'all must go look. You go and read and try and understand and just don't. Every time he vomit, you
Yeah,
pick
but
it up. And that's what's
you
going
notice
on.
I didn't really bother with him because I don't
No,
waste
but
time with
it's
them
really
things.
ridiculous.
I don't
But
waste time.
all over the wall, it's so. What the one down, your 7 day. I just try. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna go down that road. What's the one from down here for 7 days? What he know about all over the wall? He only know outside his door. He ain't know nothing going on. If he didn't know what's going on in the wall, he will know what's going on in St. Vincent. It's unacceptable and so happen nowhere else other than St. Vincent. And that's how bad we are. The things that happen in St. Vincent happens nowhere else. So let him know that what he's talking about there don't happen all over the world. But why am I even bothering myself? Take up the phone and read is a difficult task. Yeah, I mean, let's continue to listen to you guys.
Okay, all right, sis. Take care. God bless. Yeah, I was glad I got the magic jack actually because.
So I got for clarity.
Clarity, yes.
But just see. The assumption is that this particular meeting, because there was an invitation to the public
and the chairman is
and
right within his right
and
to
the
invite.
media by the chairman, and he has a right, he can do that. There's nothing in the constitution that says it have to be public or it don't have to be public. You get that right.
So it could be any, it could
right.
be public.
The good governance practice, though, is that it's open to the public or the media at least. And if it's not open to the media, there must be a summary report taken to the parliament. But then again, the government will have control over that.
Yeah, but after
it's made public.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a private thing. And the constitution in St. Vincent does not say explicitly that it's open. But the practice is that the information is made available. Even if the public can't come in person, the media provide the information. So when you shut out all the media, that's the original point I was making. Leaving API alone, who, as far as I'm concerned, is tremendously biased to the government, you're not getting proper reporting.
Information. Yeah. Look like a local. Welcome to New Times.
Yes, sorry to call back, brother, but here it is. Let me ask this question of you all. Does the Constitution, what does the Constitution say about Parliament being publicized? I'm sure it's Ralph would decide that he was going to make it public.
No, that decision came from Mitchell back then too. Well, but that the process started there.
Okay. I'm talking about the actual hearing of Parliament, like on radio regularly. I know about the budget used to be on radio, but I talk about the ordinary Parliament, like how we had a Parliament Monday Gandhi. Who no bring that in?
I can't see that. So I can't see.
Okay, good. So we need to research that. So just like how Ralph allowed that to happen. Why the very name public accounts committee alone don't say what it's supposed to be as a public issue. If one alone public, the constitution will tell it again, you don't say public already.
Right, but the thing is,
public, my brother.
It's either invite the media so that it could be public, but if you shut out the public, both by the public being able to attend and you shut out the media from attending, then that's not public, that's not something that's public. You have to have the media at least so that they can report to the public. You can say the API is there, But this API really is a biased thing to the part of the government.
That's ULP. That's a ULP arm. That's an arm of ULP. My brother, I tell you the program is what? It's the best program I'll have to be having for this whole year. This one is man in it. And the Vincent, like how Vincent is getting it, that we need to take it in our hands and push back real hard at Ralph.
Yeah.
You're not getting with this time, Ralph. You're not getting with.
Nah, I can't get to it. That's the whole thing. The people just got to remove him. The thing is, we have too much of this bad governance and too much things to hide with this government because they've been corrupt right through. This government been corrupt. As a result of that, we need a good audit. And that good audit will only come when they're out of government, so the new government can audit them. So for the people to know the length of the corruption and the depth of it, the people must vote them out of office so that they can know what has been going on with the monies of the country and with all other things that belong to the country. You got to vote them out of office.
My brother, please resort that for me, please, because I have
No. The public. Let me. Okay, as you there, the airways was open under the New Democratic Party, which allow all the other FM stations and so forth. That was done under the New Democratic Party. While in opposition, this current Prime Minister made it asking for public access to Parliament. And they actually implemented when they came in.
Okay.
Yes, but the open access to like for all these different stations and so forth. That was done under the New Democratic Party, and the discussion about opening Parliament started then, but was implemented under this current regime.
Wonderful. So we cannot let Ralph dictate what he thinks should be the law in nothing in this country. We, the people, say what we want this thing to be heard public, and we should have done gone out there. Even you, what you know? I know I'm not going to come with some what this enough.
Well, I always thought so.
Exactly.
They will never allow anything to run, so as long as the opposition, if the person sit, they will always come with something.
Thank you, Eagle. Thank you, Aldo, for understanding where I'm coming from. Because I don't have stupidness. One thing I do, and I tell my trainer this every day. It's my trainer that is doing so well there, I always tell them, you all are not bright. Always, no, I will never say you are bright. You are thinkers and hardworking. Use your brain. Let us use our brain, Vincent. Be smart. Bright people only can regurgitate. Smart people, thinkers is who does make things happen. So let us be thinkers and make things happen and hardworking. That's what I tell my children every time we talk. I'll not bright. I'll hardworking.
All right, bro.
Have a wonderful man.
Same to you.
Wonderful.
Time for the break. So that'll be the last call, and then you will take the break, and you will come. We'll come right back. Let me just get on the break.
This one's for country. Get ready as the NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division. So we're heading to Abundance Bar at Young Peace, North Union on Saturday, 28th June. For a big karaoke and bingo. For bingo will be 4 games of $100 each with a jackpot of $1,000. Tickets only $5. Starting time 9 p.m. So come sing the night away and win some big money for Carnival. As NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division brings to you karaoke and bingo on Saturday, 28th June in Long Beach, North Union at Amanda's Bar. Get ready.
Please note that the ticket for the jackpot is $10.
Central Leeward, get ready to turn up the vibes. It's the Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro. It's happening Sunday, July 13th aboard the MP Gemstar. Come live and rally with your representative, Conroy Huggins. Meet the man with the plan, the vibes, and the vision for Central Leeward. Tickets are only $80. And this one is selling off fast. We leave Barely at 7 a.m., Kingstown at 8 a.m., and it's all presented by the Central Leeward Young Dems and the NDP Central Leeward Division. It's mix, mingle, and move with the mission. The future is now. Let's ride with Huggins in this massive Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro on Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Bonady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
At Sol, we know our customers need fuel economy and good mileage. The additives in Sol Go Further fuels enhance your vehicle's performance with superior deposit control, friction reduction, and outstanding corrosion protection. And that means you'll get the most out of every mile you drive. Fuels designed for life's journeys. Choose Sol Go Further fuels.
Flow's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or launcher. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial *129# or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement, or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
We are looking for friendly, reliable individuals to join our team at Richardson Motors, Arnisville. If you enjoy working with people and thrive in a fast-paced environment, we'd love to meet you. We are interviewing for cashiers and fuel attendants. Applicants must reside between Kingston and Ratomil, Fountain and Kelboni, New Montrose Redemption Shops and their surrounding areas. Transportation will be provided for the night shift. Apply in person anytime between 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday to Friday. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp 496-9213 for more information. Start your next job today. Come grow with us.
CK Graves and Company is the number one supermarket. 100% concession. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent John, a supermarket for you and me.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch discs, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays, rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and Billy Ark. I said, bye, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Memorial Funeral Home is dedicated to meeting the needs of our customers. We go above and beyond to ensure satisfaction and convenience. That is why we are extending our services to the diaspora. Working with Caribbean Funeral Home in New York. Burial packages can now be completed in New York to cover burials in St. Vincent. And likewise, packages can be made in St. Vincent to cover burials in New York. Caribbean Funeral Home is located on 1922 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn. Call their office at 718-444-1818 or WhatsApp at 347-925-9557 or 347-231-5410. For more information, call our local office at 458-8888. Memorial Funeral Home. Quality, convenience, and affordability.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy's Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy's Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
This one's for country. Get ready as the NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division. So we're heading to Abundance Bar at Young Peace, North Union on Saturday, 28th June for a big karaoke and bingo. For bingo will be 4 games of $100 each with a jackpot of $1,000. Tickets only $5. Starting time 9 p.m. So come sing the night away and win some big money for Carnival. As NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division brings to you karaoke and bingo on Saturday, 28th June in Long Beach, North Union at Amanda's Bar. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Please note that the ticket for the jackpot is $10.
Central Leewood, get ready to turn up the vibes. It's the Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro. It's happening Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar. Come live and rally with your representative, Conroy Huggins. Meet the man with the plan, the vibes, and the vision for Central Leewood. Tickets are only $80. And this one is selling off fast. We leave Barely at 7 a.m., Kingstown at 8 a.m., and it's all presented by the Central Leewood Young Dems and the NDP Central Leewood Division. It's mix, mingle, and move with the mission. The future is now. Let's ride with Huggins in this massive Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro on Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar.
Like something wrong with this country, our people losing their brain. When I am singing calypso, they say never call people name. Last year when I roll like thunder, I make sure leave out people name. But some people start to wonder and came up with something again. Soon as I say eliminate the man, we know who you mean. Hear them, we know who you mean. Just hear them, we know who you mean. When I say to them amputate the hand, we know who you mean. Hear them, we know who you mean. Just hear them, we know who you mean. When I say that whole worthless dirty criminal, I want to hear the back vocal scream. Scream, all you scream, we know who you mean. On a straight they ban me, victimizing my calypso. They say I ain't deserve a play on TV, neither radio. I find it rather interesting. All they do is bringing me fame. This year they go hard up on me, cause I'm calling some people name. Now so and so lay down Glen in peace. We know who you mean. Hear them, we know who you mean. Just hear them, we know who you mean. Then so and so father rape a police. We know who you mean. Hear them, we know who you mean. Just hear them, we know who you mean. When I see them old stinking dirty predators, I want to hear how so and so scream. Scream, all you scream. We know who you mean. Look how he mash up NIS and inflict the whole country poor. Farmers and the small businesses, man, they suffering evermore. The man ain't care about nobody. Only one thing inside his head is to grab on to power and move people until he dead. When I say passport aims off in leg, we know who you mean. Hear them, we know who you mean. Just hear them, we know who you mean. When I wish vendors segregate the neck, we know who you mean. Hear them, we know who you mean. Just hear them, we know who you mean. When I say that heartless, dirty dictator, those who refuse to take the vaccine, scream, all you scream, we know who you mean.
Oh yeah, that's the man cyanide for 2025. We know who you mean. Let me welcome you back to the New Times program. It's now 22 minutes after the 12 o'clock hour. The lines are open. The numbers for you to call is 4565967. That's the local number. The WhatsApp 4983802. And the Magic Jack 718-734-5615. In the studio with me is Brother Bort Francois. So at this time, he has some announcement that he want to read for us, and then I'll give you a couple of the others that I gave you before. I'll give you some of them. So, Brother Bort.
Oh, yes. It's just something I came across, and this is related to post-state examination, and this is something I think a lot of persons, especially men, they're afraid and so forth. But I'm seeing that there's free post-state examination offered by Dr. Jose Daisy. That's at the Davic Foundation, and I think them is located in Annisville, where Dr. Rowe used to be. Everybody know Rowe.
Oh, the
Right, yeah. And it was from June 16 to the 27th, so I think it's finished tomorrow. Tomorrow, the last day, and it's free. Post-state examination, and people, especially men, wait until it's too late to get the post-state examined, and it's not a nice thing to suffer from post-state, So encouraging persons, if it's not too late. I think they do it until tomorrow. Make use of that free examination.
Surprising, I didn't see that advertisement before.
No, I got it today. In fact, on my way here, somebody called me about something and was mentioning it, so I told them to send me the flyer.
Right.
I didn't know about it myself.
Yeah,
I always once it's free, I do my annual. Sometimes I do, but once it's free, even if it's every 3 months, I take it. And once it's free, gonna charge.
Yeah. All right, definitely. We have a call on the line. Welcome to New Times. Welcome to New Times.
Good morning, Nigel.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
Pleasant good morning to you. I'm well and good.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why I'm right, I heard you were speaking this morning. When so was in opposition, when they fixed the road in Layu, all by in front of the police station there, they build a wall. The NDP invite Sir Louis to for the opening.
Yeah, because he was the representative at the time.
Right. So, and he didn't even go because right for them didn't want him to go. So, I don't understand. They just have opening for places in certain district, and they doesn't even invite the representative.
But
I remember when
that's a common practice under the ULP. So
yeah, because I remember when Nature Stevenson was trying to fix some road going through Bottom Kittles, and he carried a couple guys because he was keep complaining about the road, and he take a couple guys to help him to fix the patches them, and they bring police to stop him.
Yeah, we know all of that.
So how could he get opportunity to do something in his district as opposition?
Well, the thing is that under the Unity Labour Party, they doesn't want the opposition to do anything in the district, that in the constituency. That is why they are against the Constituency Development Fund. They don't want it to be implemented because naturally you will be able to have some things done in your constituency if there are monies assigned to the constituency by the government.
Yeah.
You're not getting it in your hand, by the way. So I don't want people to believe that the monies that are assigned to a constituency goes into the hand or the pocket of the representative. It is assigned to the constituency, and the representative will be able to say, I want this and that and the other do from that fund, so that it will be able to be done, and then the persons will get paid from that fund. It is not the opposition who will it is not the representative who will actually have the money. So I want people to get that straight.
Because I wasn't even listening yesterday.
I put in a local caller online, so if you...
The principal or the headmaster didn't even recognize him as a representative for the district, for the school.
Yes, I heard.
And that's so disgraceful.
It is unacceptable.
Yeah? And it's the same thing they're doing down Union Island with Terrence.
Get rid of them.
They would never give him a recognition. They don't care how much he trying to work with the people there.
That's the solution.
Get rid of them. Down.
Get rid of them. That's the solution. Just get rid of them. That's the solution.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks so much for taking my call.
Okay, bro.
Have a great day.
You're welcome. Welcome to New Times.
Hello, good evening. Where about the examination is taking place?
With Dr. Rao used to 10.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, so okay, yes. So the free prostate examination that will take place at where Dr. Rao used to 10. That is the area that they have in it. Tomorrow is the last though. It's up to the 27th. It's been going on for a long time. From the 10th, I think, to the 27th. That's a long time. But tomorrow is the last. So if you want to go, then I guess you have tomorrow to go. So let me remind you, this Saturday in Calico, at the Calico Square. That's what you call it, both out
Yeah, Calico Square. I stepped out. I missed whatever was said just now. Yeah.
Calico Square.
Right in front the office,
the
Sister
NDP,
Lavon
office. Right there, from 1 o'clock, you have the Pijo and Domino competition. Yes,
and I think the person to beat in the Pijo is Sister Velak herself. I heard her bragging a couple of times, and I heard some results where I think she beat Daniel.
She does play. I know.
Yeah, so I can't swear, but I think I pay Pijo. I can't remember how Pijo go now.
I ain't if Daniel going and challenge she out this Saturday. So going out there from 1 o'clock and join East Kingston and Sister E. Sam, St. George and Sister Lavon Villux in that competition out there. And then in the night now, 9 p.m., you join Brother Bruce and South Central Windward up in Long Peace in North Union. They will be having the bingo and karaoke, so you can join them out there. And then on the 13th, that is the 13th of July, sail with Brother Conroy Huggins from Central Leeward and his crew right down to Myro. Tickets are out. It's $80 for a ticket. You can check Yellow Board. You can check Ingrid. Well, I have Ingrid tickets to carry for her later. You can check her. You can check me. And other persons have the party headquarters and so on, and all the folks from Central Leeward. Check them out so you can be a part of the action.
And I got those persons who come in for carnival and they're not leaving the same time. You gotta get that boat right.
Definitely.
So carnival done when they Tuesday, Wednesday. I think there's something now where the street bars go right up until Sunday or the Saturday. But so persons who have the luxury of staying an extra week or so, you could call down and tell Igal and then put up your ticket to make sure your relatives buy a ticket.
Yeah. And even if they're going back, they could buy one and give to one of the relatives before they go back. Okay, we take this start. Welcome to New Times. Welcome to New Times. You're breaking up.
Hello, my friend.
Hi,
hello, my friend.
How are you doing?
It's the same guy called him back from Sunday Bay.
Okay.
When I really check out Mr. Ralph once, we do a lot of stupidity, waste money and thing, on cross country road and all thing, especially the suffering.
Well, with the suffering, he ain't get the people, he ain't build back the people.
All right, anyhow, that's all I have to say.
Okay, all right. didn't give the people the things and time. He didn't build what the people up to now. There's still some people still suffering from
I gotta think just for clarity, I wanna say, and you said it earlier, but to remind, because there's no evidence, scientific evidence that the geothermal affects the volcano.
Yeah, true.
And I'm saying scientific, I don't know, but there's no scientific evidence that is the case.
That cause many at the call I did see earlier they might have problem with water.
Well, I think you mean because they use water in the process. You must say they're going to take all the water.
I know. So far we have no problem over the river with water. We still getting the same amount of water. So. It's interesting sometimes how some of those things can go. But well, I was speaking this morning about some of the roads in central Kingston, and the bandmen had to actually go and strike. Those in Green Hill went on strike for one day. Those in Shafts for a week in order to get some of the roads, because they come now and they begin to fix them. They haven't fixed all. I don't know if all will be fixed, because in areas that they fix, I can still walk and see other areas in that same area that is not fixed.
Patch one hole and leave too.
Maybe the holes are not quite as big, but they're there. They will dig up the whole road if you leave them, because rain is coming, water will go down in them, and water will seep under. And that is actually what takeout bring up the thing. So I don't know if they will be back to do everything, but some of the way they patch, some of the areas are patched well. They cut them out big, like a big stretch, and fix it. Some of the areas need to be done like that, not the little patches they put it in. They need to dig up the place and do the whole piece of thing and make sure it is good, so the people can drive. I don't know if they're doing any in your area.
No, they did some work on him in Eastern Georgia, especially in the Calico area. You know that, and Roger spoke at length to that. That's a problem. I'm still waiting to see the August deadline, because they did a road we call Bottom Tongue area, which they paved. For me, I think there was some engineering thing that the paved road actually in those off roads stick up longer than if they do the asphalt. So that is finally finished, except they got it to come off from that. That took at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and that maybe 100 feet, 200 feet, I don't know. But that is a small section if you're doing the entire Calico. So I'm hearing they saying asphalt. So I don't know if they're going to do the other sections as asphalt and not concrete.
So you wait to see.
But generally speaking, I don't know. The Fairhall Road, that I think I saw something. I subject to correction that in the Guinness Book of Record, that on Atley Hall, because that Fairhall Road, I think this is going to be the third election, if I'm correct. I think this is going to be the third election. That road is being fixed. And I spoke to some, I don't go drive up there again, period. But I spoke to somebody who told me it's still fixing.
And the Edinburgh one, well, I mean, they fixed some of it now, but they ain't complete yet. And when I see the Edinburgh one, I'm speaking about the main road.
That's coming up from the hospital itself. I haven't driven up there while night.
They haven't finished it, but they have done they complete parts of the work, some of them. And they're doing them not like you come from this end and then go straight and stop. No, they'll do a piece here, they'll miss out piece and go up and do. But they pave some of them. But they have others to do, right wrong to come to Atley Hall, because the roads are bad. And don't talk about the inner roads where you're going in. When you come in opposite the police station there in Atley Hall to go into the road that leads into the Seventh-day Adventist Church and the areas down that side. I mean, right down to the razor that is called Hill Live. I mean, the road is disgraceful. It's terrible.
I don't know.
He has to walk and all the time. I don't know how he does really call.
There's going to be a rush to try and patch as many parts of the road network as possible before the election. There's going to be a rush to do a lot of things before the election. But, Vincent, you have to see past that. And up to this morning, I was hearing the there's another group of the sanitation workers you brought that they're asking for simple things like brooms and things because they want to clean. Now it's the carnival season. We having round the clock bars, so the streets need constant cleaning. They can't get simple things like boots and brooms and so forth. Then you go hear somebody come up with some excuse, but they had them and this dropped the ball and this. I mean, they can't do that. They can't pay the adult workers, the teachers who teach adult education. Some of the daily paid agriculture workers can't get the money. So you see, this is a case where they might take some money and patch here and patch there, but the welfare, the well-being of Vincentians in the lower bracket are suffering. They probably will come close to the election if these people who are not paid and say, we're going to pay you. Get them a lump sum and feel like, okay, boy, we get some good money. Let me put them back there. But you have to remember all the time you are suffering.
Of course. And it's nobody giving you anything that's your money.
It's your money.
So if they owe you, they're supposed to pay you. So.
Yes. I think it. I heard you sometime back on Colin also on the vaccine situation. And I always remember Dr. Friday using the example. Somebody throw you overboard. They throw you overboard, I got. You drunk then. And in the last breath they throw a tube for you. And you're supposed to thank them for saving their life. They are the one who put you in a situation. You've been good. I just say you've been on dry land. They come pick you up in a boat, cry out in the rough sea, throw you overboard, throw you a tube, and expect you to come now and praise them. Why are you thanking them? So the idea that this man want to go and make this and make that and say, okay, you could get this now. No, you were good. He is the one created the problem you are in now. So even if you bring a part fix, the point is, I did not have a problem until you created. Why am I thanking you for making amends?
You don't have to thank.
No, and that's why I'm glad the New Democratic Party said clearly, there's no need for no legislation to put back workers. You never lost your work as far as the New Democratic Party is concerned. The only legislation need to pass is to get the accounts in order so that you could find the money to pay the people and the money they owe them.
Definitely.
Nothing else. There's no need to go to Parliament. But I hope you bring a legislation to Parliament because I am sure that the New Democratic Party will eat him alive in Parliament if he come with any stupid legislation. Because I don't know, but I don't see we supporting any legislation. There's no need for no legislation.
No need for none. And then the thing is, that may be the benefits that the people were supposed to get. What about those persons
who didn't take back their work?
Who lost their properties? Because based on what they did, some persons have already lost their properties.
Exactly.
Because the bank or the credit union already take back the properties and sold them. So what are you going to do with those persons?
Let me tell you something. That people in loan situations, right? You get a loan to build a house. I'm just using figures. Let me just say 100,000, something small that people could work with. And they say they give you 10 years. Let me just argue for 10 years to pay it back. I got for the first 5 years, It's interest you pay, You might find after 5 years, you still owe $90,000, It's not until you reach year 6 and 7 the money start to go down because the structure is such that you pay interest. The bank take all the interest first before they start to deal with it. So if you lost your property, so even if you had the property for say 5 years, argument's sake, and then you lose it, you ain't get back the money.
No.
You have no money forget.
None at all.
So even if the thing you can't recover.
No, definitely. So they have to deal with that. Welcome to New Times.
All right.
Hey, how are you doing?
I get in a problem, bro.
Turn down your radio for me, please.
I get in a problem with flow.
But I guess most of us get a problem with flow.
Now, when the money come, I have to pay my money. And when to get my service, I can't get my service. So I paid my service.
That's the question that has been asked by many persons, and that is one I believe the authorities need to address, because when you pay for something, you should be able to get it. No two ways about it.
I get in none at all. Since last night, so the cable gone.
Well, since yesterday was having problem, I was trying to call the station here on my phone, and I use data on my phone because I move all the time, so I can't bother with Wi-Fi in the house. I had to have it on my phone, and I was trying to call the station here on the landline. I couldn't get in.
Because well, I think what Dougie did is I think was one network all the time. When I done everything done.
Yeah.
But I think he busted in two now.
Right.
So that's why yesterday, at some point, I realized the streaming was still going, but they had problems with the line because the streaming is on, I think, the Digicel network.
And I had to come in on the WhatsApp in order to call when I called to wish me happy birthday, because I was calling all the time on the landline and just couldn't get in. So I said, okay, let me try the WhatsApp. So we having problem with them all the time.
So
not only you alone, lot of incentives.
When I go back to Flo, I'm going to tell them take off the thing from my house. Take off the thing, because then I can't understand them.
And they're not even giving you a little rebate to say, well, they take off something. Now, if you're not providing the service and you take off some of the cost, people could understand that, but they're taking their money just the same and they're not providing the service. The service is poor. Two ways about it. Okay?
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Thanks for calling. Yeah, and that is a problem. When you pay for something, at least supposed to get this. I ain't saying things can happen. In the life, things can happen. But at least the people are rebate.
There is, I know somebody had some issues and they took it up with the, what the people name again?
Consumer Affairs people.
No, the people opposite NDP headquarters. I see any name, but
NTRC.
Yeah, and they did get some rebates.
Okay, well, probably if you're listening, Carl, you probably need to go to NTRC and see
they get some, you know.
Yeah, because something has to be done. You can't be paying for service and you can't get.
I think they were going into this network all the time. They didn't get any. So they went by NTRC and they did get some degree of.
Somebody have to deal with them, because in Jamaica the government deals with the company. Anytime the people can't get service, the company is dealt with. And they have to pay, because you're providing service, people pay you for the service. You're supposed to be able to provide the service. If something happened, fine, it's life, thing could happen, but then you have to take the people in consideration. If I pay for a whole month service, I only get half the month. Why should I pay you for the whole month and I only get half?
You know, as the caller raised an issue, there's something that in more on a social aspect. In other countries, you develop what they call a credit profile. That's so over sometimes you go to a business, you have to show them your credit ratings, which show that you are a good customer here, there, and everywhere, and you keep your bills. And I had an issue with one of these providers, in which case I think they give you the 29th to pay.
Right.
But I've been with this company for donkey years, let me put it that way. But the 29th, I think, was a Saturday or something like that. So I did not get the opportunity to go in. And the Monday was a holiday.
Right.
So I never got the opportunity. I didn't get to pay like say the Friday.
Right.
So the cutoff period came maybe the 28th. Then they had the Sunday. Then the Monday holiday.
So you have to go to Tuesday.
I paid online, must be Saturday or whatever. But by the Monday, the phone was off. So when I went in now, they explained, it's not control here, it's control in Jamaica. I said, no. But I've been with this company, I can't remember how much years, since phone coming.
Yeah.
You have a deposit for me. I pay every month. You want to tell me, so for 2 days is an automatic cutoff. there should be something in the system. They're telling me, oh, so the system program. I say, but this man program the system.
yeah.
There should be something in the system that reflect this is a customer being paying all the time. This 1 month something happened. Then maybe we watch.
But
And the
there's
money on deposit was like twice the money that was owing.
But that's what I'm
So I
saying.
asked him, what's the deposit for? I mean, so sometimes some of these little things we should really, as a society, look at in because there would be, as I say, circumstances where somebody not able to get in. I know circumstances where people, because I don't do that again, people like by the post office,
post office
and it takes some time for the transaction to go through.
I know about that with the other utility bills. You see, and
So I don't-
days you think ain't gone in
Yes,
the
and then-
new but thing when you don't pay your money. Yeah.
I know in some businesses they would send the way the system work, they would send something to you and you can actually take a copy of your payment and send it back to them.
Okay.
So even though the payment has not arrived from wherever,
Right.
that
will
they
know.
could see that and you keep service.
So we have a lot of things need to be done and dealt with in this country. But the first thing, the major thing we have to deal with is removing this administration.
I got, by the way, there's something else I came across in a discussion. I want to raise it because I raised the issue for the what we call common entrance. Right? Name again, was it?
CPEA.
CPEA, right? CPEA, right. And I was making a point that the release on a Saturday, which a lot of persons, including me, my daughter, had to wait till the Monday, while other people already have the results and so forth. And I came across something and I was saying, but the students, each student have an identification number. And in the year of technology, they should have been able to go in with the take the call. I can come back to the point.
Identify the person. Welcome to New Times.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, how are you doing?
I am all right.
Okay, all right.
Yes, Uncle Randy.
Maybe right here. I didn't catch your voice from first.
I mean, in tongue a little bit.
Okay.
Not to keep long. One of the reasons that I really would had come into town, hopefully, was to be at the PAC.
Okay.
Now, my understanding earlier today was that the PAC could not have a public attendance.
Mm-hmm.
And my understanding is that that was raised by the government side of the PAC, and that was supported by the Speaker of the House. Is that your understanding?
Well,
I don't know.
If I may, because I have a video up and I actually went out there and we had some lengthy discussion on it earlier. I went up there and I was told that it's not open to the public or the media. Right. And I asked and they say, well, are you broadcasting? They said, no. API was doing some internal recording.
Yes.
I haven't had that information. So the update, so I suspect as the government side, they have the majority. People need to understand that. Yes. And I was saying I would be extremely disappointed in the speaker if the speaker supports such a resolution. And I read from the Constitution and from general practice throughout the world, in which cases they are either open, if not to the public, to the media, and the information is readily available. Plus, there's nothing in the Constitution that say the public cannot be there. And an invitation was issued by the chairman of the committee for the public to attend. So that was the discussion we had.
Okay, right, which is what I called with my own understanding. What I further understand, and I was absolutely not surprised. I was waiting to see what counter move was going to be made.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting on that too.
Yeah, I knew something was going to be. And so when I understood that it's not in their interest to block the meeting of the PAC once again. But I figured out that they would find some way to ensure that the PAC did not receive the public airing that it ought to be receiving. Certainly not surprised. However, having been apprised that the reason why the PAC was not open to the public nor to broadcast was based on objections raised by the government side. That's what I understand. And the objections were that the standing orders does not allow for public attendance at the PAC. The standing orders of the PAC does not allow for public attendance. If it does not allow for public attendance, then clearly it would not allow for public broadcast, because to allow for public broadcast would defeat the purpose of not having public attendance.
Right.
You with me?
Yeah.
Good. I decided on having heard that word to do exactly what you did. And I went and I decided to do some, just to confirm in my mind what I strongly suspected, in fact, what I knew, but I wanted to be sure before I made any comment on it. That there are, in fact, no standing orders of that nature governing the operations or the issue of having public attendance. There's nothing in the standing orders that speaks to it. Right? It is therefore my suspicion, just my suspicion, that because the standing orders does not say that public attendance, that the public can be in attendance, that the government side then said, well, since standing orders don't say that the public can be in attendance and that it can be broadcast, it means that they can't be. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, but it didn't say they cannot be in attendance.
No, but you see, there's a process in some law which is called a negative prevention. So if it does not say that it can be, then the negative applies. That it cannot be. That is not how our law functions. But for purposes of convenience, right, that kind of thing is pulled up. But there's even another more interesting part in this. The Public Accounts Committee functions under the standing orders of the House of Assembly. You with me?
Yeah. Yes, we're following.
Right. It functions under the standing orders of the House of Assembly. If the standing orders of the House of Assembly does not preclude public attendance or broadcast, and the Public Accounts Committee functions under the standing orders of the House of Assembly, how then could the could the Public Accounts Committee be prevented from having public attendance? You're with me where I'm going?
Yeah.
Yes.
See where I'm going? So it says that it functions under the standing orders of the House. The standing orders of the House does not prevent public attendance at meetings of the House. In fact, it is encouraged. So how could you say, on the one hand, that this committee, and it is a standing committee of the House here, it is not a select committee.
No.
It is a standing committee. A select committee is something that is put up for a little specific
bill or something, yes.
Right, that's a select committee. And one could see that, okay, that would not be open, although it ought to be open to public attendance. But a standing committee, which is a part of the operations of the House. It is an integral part of the operations of the House. It's a standing committee. How could you then say, and the speaker, and he's supposed to be bright lawyers, and the speaker is supposed to be a bright lawyer? Right? And these speaker, Madam Speaker, whom I must express that I have grown more and more disappointed. At one point in time, I thought that this young lady, right, had a lot of, anyway, let me don't go down that road. I am very disappointed in the rulings and the political nature of the rulings that we see coming from the speaker. Okay? That's for another discussion. The point is that the speaker then can in fact be saying that if the standing orders does not allow for public attendance of the standing committee on public accounts committee, I then ask myself this question. Could the speaker then decide that somewhere down the road, a matter of public interest that is going to be debated in the House of Assembly, could the speaker then decide that nobody could come into here?
Yes, based on the precedent, yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So what are we opening up ourselves? And that birth is a major concern that I've had, not in the Public Accounts Committee, which I would have and sure would have been of great interest to the people of the country.
Definitely.
Right? But also the procedural issue and the implications of the procedural issue prevented the public from attending or hearing or seeing what is happening with the meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. I must admit to being very bothered about the implications for the functioning of what is supposed to be our democracy. And whether we are seeing once again that supposition that we are functioning on a democratic basis, if it is purely supposition, and what we are seeing here is an underscoring of the reality that the democracy is as defined by the Prime Minister and his party.
Yeah.
Those are just some things that I just wanted to raise and suggest that they do merit some reflection on these matters and what the implications are. We are a people who I think we need more and more to try to get into understanding what is it that we are operating in rather than shrugging it off and saying no big deal.
True. Definitely.
Right. So I just wanted, I said, let me just raise those issues. I did hear some of the earlier interventions, and I think that it is something that our must take seriously because there are serious implications.
Randy, before you go, because there's, you see, once a precedent is set,
yeah.
And
exactly.
the issue we have, and if you forgive me, the issue I have with our constitution and a lot of the things that apply now is that when they were crafted, not in 79, but before, and we adopted here, a lot of these things were going on gentleman, honorable. And I go back to me Western. In them days, you didn't sign a contract. You gave your word.
Yeah.
Your word was a bond. So, for example, if I am the accountant general or the commissioner of police, it is assumed that my first responsibility would be to the people.
Yeah.
And if I'm the director of public prosecution, that my aim is to make sure law and order is correct in the country, regardless of who. But as we come forward in years, and especially under this present government and this present leader, a lot of these persons have lost the spinal cord and the backbone, and as just to now be agent of the government.
Yeah. Sorry, Bert. Sorry to cut you on. You just used something I wrote there that I chuckled at. You said they have lost their what?
Spinal cord.
They have lost it?
Yeah. No backbone. What they did?
Did they ever have? You don't know something that you had?
Well, some of them maybe, if we go back to history, some of them, have made contribution publicly before they came into the party.
Of course.
They were saying they shouldn't jump and wave.
Of course.
But when they reach into the party, they're jumping and waving too.
You see that they were
But that's why they went into the party.
They were pretending that they have, but they really
That's why
didn't
they
have.
went in.
Yeah.
That's it. Because who in there, right, that we are aware of, have seriously, and I stress the word seriously, and not talking about playing games and posturing, as we saw Saboto Caesar do on one occasion. I'm talking about who has seriously shown themselves prepared, right, to counter the position adopted by Gonzalez.
None.
And the only person who, on hindsight is all this 2020 vision, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? The only person on hindsight who took that was my good friend Jomo.
Jomo, yeah.
And on hindsight, Jomo admitted that he needed to have had a backbone.
True.
At the time to do the right thing. And Jomo understood that he did not do the right thing with regards to the no confidence motion.
Yeah.
Right? Jomo came out and said, look, I was wrong. Right? His backbone appeared after the fact.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm sure that what we see are numbers of people whose backbone, right, becomes inserted after the moment when the backbone needed to be displayed. Right? So, and very often it bothers me, right, that I was really happy when this young lady was selected to be speaker. And maybe I hadn't yet come to what I've just described as a matter of holding the backbone, of having the backbone. And I was hoping that we would have been moving in a particular direction that was fundamentally different from what we saw under my friend Hendrik, right? Alexander, and then Jomo, where the immediate focus is to uphold, right, the interest not of the parliament, right, the interest not of the people, but to uphold the interest of the party and the party leader.
Exactly.
That's not the function of the speaker.
Yeah, you know.
That is not the function of the speaker, right? So, so let us. So I just wanted to raise those things because there was some concern that I had that we are being shown that we are going down a route that I think is not an appropriate route for us.
Okay. Thank you very much, my brother. Have yourself a good day. God bless.
Bye.
Okay.
But I would see you around. I'm in town for a little bit.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Well, what would it be? Well, for sure, by Sammy's. I know you love your calypso. Not compromising his security, but
We will see.
okay.
All right. Yeah, so it is now 6 minutes after 1, so we're gonna have to take the break at this time. So
wow,
we can take the break and then we'll come right back.
This one's for country. Get ready as the NDP South Central Windward constituency division. So we're heading to Aberdeen Bar. Young Peace, North Union on Saturday, 28th June for a big karaoke and bingo. For bingo will be 4 games of $100 each with a jackpot of $1,000. Tickets only $5. Starting time 9 p.m. So come sing the night away and win some big money for Carnival. As NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division brings to you karaoke and bingo on Saturday, 28th June in Long Beach, North Union at Amanda's Bar. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Please note that the ticket for the jackpot is $10.
Central Leeward, get ready to turn up the vibes. It's the Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro. It's happening Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar. Come live and rally with your representative, Conroy Huggins. Meet the man with the plan, the vibes, and the vision for Central Leeward. Tickets are only $80. And this one is selling off fast. We leave Barrowly at 7 a.m., Kingstown at 8 a.m., and it's all presented by the Central Leeward Young Dems and the NDP Central Leeward Division. It's mix, mingle, and move with the mission. The future is now. Let's ride with Huggins in this massive Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro on Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases. So you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
If you are building or repairing your home, then Lane's Carnival promotion is happening just in time with a massive 30 to 35% discount on new PVC windows, 50% on selected Inco products, 15% on paints, and 50% on selected tiles. Promotion ends on Saturday, July the 5th. Lane's terms and conditions apply.
Randy Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement, or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
Introducing Kitty Care Plus Pico Actin Syrup and Mimglobin Liquid from Maya Organics PVT Limited. Kitty Care Plus is an optimum nutrient for growing children. It promotes physical growth and enhances intellectual performance. Pico Actin Syrup has a synergistic combination of cyproheptadine and B vitamins that help to improve appetite and body weight. And Mimglobin Liquid helps to optimize growth and builds immunity. Get yours today. Kitty Care Plus, Pico Actin Syrup, and Mimglobin Liquid. Available at leading supermarkets and pharmacies. Agent Bowman's Pharmacy. Call 456-2235.
Flo's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or launcher. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial *129# or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
CK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always say by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent John, a supermarket for you and me.
We are looking for friendly, reliable individuals to join our team at Richardson Motors Arnisville. If you enjoy working with people and thrive in a fast-paced environment, we'd love to meet you. We are interviewing for cashiers and fuel attendants. Applicants must reside between Kingston and Ratomil, Fountain and Kelboni, New Montrose, Redemption Shops, and their surrounding areas. Transportation will be provided for the night shift. Apply in person anytime between 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday to Friday. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp 496-9213 for more information. Start your next job today. Come grow with us.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
We
would like to say that Captain Bligh XO aged rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO aged rum. World class in a glass.
Bonady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
This one's for country. Get ready as the NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division. So we're heading to Young Peace, North Union on Saturday, 28th June for a big karaoke and bingo. For bingo will be 4 games of $100 each with a jackpot of $1,000. Tickets only $5. Starting time 9 p.m. So come sing the night away and win some big money for Carnival. As NDP South Central Windward Constituency Division brings to you karaoke and bingo on Saturday, 28th June in Long Beach, North Union at Amanda's Bar. Get ready.
Please note that the ticket for the jackpot is $10.
Central Leewood, get ready to turn up the vibes. It's the Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro. It's happening Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar. Come live and rally with your representative, Conroy Huggins. Meet the man with the plan, the vibes, and the vision for Central Leewood. Tickets are only $80. And this one is selling off fast. We leave Barley at 7 a.m., Kingstown at 8 a.m., and it's all presented by the Central Leewood Young Dems and the NDP Central Leewood Division. It's mix, mingle, and move with the mission. The future is now. Let's ride with Huggins in this massive Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Miro on Sunday, July 13th aboard the MV Gemstar.
Is enough, the people say, they gone now. Like something wrong with this country, our people losing their brain. When I am singing calypso, they say never call people name. Last year when I roll like thunder, I make sure leave out people name. But some people start to wonder and came up with something again. Soon as I say eliminate the man, we know who you mean. Hear them, we know who you mean. Just hear them, we know who you mean. When I say to them amputate the hand, we know who you mean. Hear them, we know who you mean. Just hear them, we know who you mean. When I say that old worthless dirty criminal, I want to hear the back vocal scream. Scream, all you scream, we know who you mean. Hey! We all in on this. Enough is enough. This is it. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. You want to hear it again? Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Properly gone. What hidden in darkness must come out in light. Yes. Don't you be a coward. Just stand up and fight. Remember they fight the teachers like they have no right. Remember forcing them to take vaccine. All of that was spite. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. You want to hear it again? Enough is enough. The people say They gone now. Properly gone. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Totally gone. Enough is enough. The people say they gone now. Family gone. That situation is out of control. Every time you wake up, you're losing another soul. The people, they're not satisfied, but they're afraid to open their mouth. Why? Because if they say anything, the vaccine food up your mouth. Stop the call. Enough is enough. The people say, stand up and fight back. They gone now. They gotta go. What I tell you? Enough is enough. The people say, come. They gone now.
Oh, yes, enough is enough. Enough is enough. They're gone now. They're gone now. Welcome back to the New Times program. It's now 22 minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock. So we're on the home stretch right now. Let me remind you that this Saturday, 1 o'clock, in the Calico Square, just opposite the office for Sister Villux, and the East St. George constituency will be having their Pedro and Domino competition. I don't know how much both could play the Domino or the Pedro, So I know if you're in the competition. I thought another day I would have passed and see who winning, but I will hear later Saturday night who win. But that will be there, so you can go on out there, give them your support. And those of you who play those things, maybe you can compete. You never know, you might just win.
Pedro, my mom taught us Pedro, right?
Okay.
So we used to play Pedro, but I ain't keep it up. So
you kind of forget.
And my best domino, I remember, I was by what we call Bones Shopper Day, and the Bones needed a partner.
Okay.
So he said, well, man, you sit down. No. But the people he was playing against did not know I can't play domino.
Oh, I see.
They didn't know I'm matching.
Right.
So you know how they love to read.
Yes.
So when I play a card now, they read in the card, figuring,
right.
well, maybe I playing that because I have more data or whatever. I was just matching. But Bones was my partner, knew I can't play. You know I'm matching.
Right.
So they reading me. So we went in the long run because
one the hardest person to play against the person.
I know what I doing, I just matching. And they reading. Every time I play card, they reading, thinking, well,
that I could understand. Yeah.
So we end up winning the game. I'll never forget that, boy.
I don't know how that will go, but I'm encouraging people to go out and be a part of it. And then in the night now, 9 o'clock, you head South Central with Brother Bruce and the
bingo.
South Central Winwood crew, bingo and karaoke. Go up there, and then on the 13th, you sail into Myro with Brother Conroy Huggins and Central Leeward. You're going down the sea and see how the coast going, see how Myro back now after the hurricane, visit all those stuff and be a part. Anyway, you hear NDP is, be a part. You're not hearing any meeting now because no meetings until after the carnival. You do all the other work in the constituency, but the meetings, they're off and they will come back after the carnival for sure. Now, the West Indies, for those who love cricket, the West Indies is playing against Australia. And if you're a cricket fan like me, I was happy when West Indies bowled out Australia yesterday for 180 runs, which is something that ain't happened in a long time. Australia making below 200 runs in a test match. West Indies bowled them out for 180, and then West Indies took their turn to bat, and at the end of the day, they were 57 for 4. Well, today, they reach 148 for 6. They're right now 148 for 6. Justin Greaves is batting on 5, and Shehope is batting on 40. That's the score. 148 for 6. They're 32 runs behind. So we hope that the West Indies will surpass the 180 and do very well in the test match. That is what we are hoping. We're still supporting West Indies. Don't frighten, we backing them still, win or lose.
Yeah, I hope we could get these 100 and something lead. That would be nice.
Boy, that would be real nice.
I got
you were making a point.
Before the break, quickly.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the CPA, right? And I was saying that each student in St. Vincent have a number.
Yes.
In Guyana, what they did that each parent could have gone onto whatever website they have, put in their child number, get their child results, and not only that, get an indication of the school that that child was going to go to. So had we been up with the technology,
yes, we would have been able
since
to
that day we could have put in, even now, parents, those who come high up know automatically, okay, they'll go to high school or the grammar school. The rest have to wait on the ministry to assign them, etc. We could be like Guyana. There's no need for us to be behind in technology.
Definitely.
That we should have been able to do likewise. They get a system, and the system is there. Since Guyana have it, we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
No.
You put in your daughter, your son, ID number. They say one time what position they came, the results are there, even if you get the official slip after, and an idea of school. So I say that because I know one of the pillars is the new economy, technology, and these things. There's a lot of bright persons out there that could come up with these ideas, and we could, with a new form of government, information should be readily at your fingertip. In fact, while we were talking, a lot of the thing on the Constitution, I just Google it.
Yeah, Google it and just come up here.
And we should be able, I know the NDP started that discussion. I see the government trying to go down a little of that road. There should really be no need, if there's a revenue office in Beckley, for you to leave Beckley to come for board certificate and these kind of things,
Union Island, Cano, and all
the security aspects should be there, but you should be able to access, and accessing information is critical, because the days when, for example, if I stand up outside and I need a pharmacy, I Google it, and it could tell me where all the pharmacy there, how long it take. So we have to make the use of the technology, and the young people are very adept at that in terms of, and that's why we have the hub where they could bring their ideas and get financing and things. So a lot of good things out there, a lot of good things in terms of, opportunities under the New Democratic Party, and we really should be looking forward to them.
Definitely, and just yesterday I asked one of the students which school they go in. And they didn't know.
They didn't know.
So what you're saying, we can do the same thing like Guyana. And when the government was in place for 24 years, you would expect more advancement in the technology area. Welcome to New Times. Welcome to New Times.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to New Times.
Welcome. This is the Pastor.
Hey, Pastor, how are you doing?
Very good indeed.
Okay.
All right, there is a road in Diamond where the police station used to be there.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, they are planning to fix that road, but it seems as if somebody know what they're doing because they dig down that road at least 4 feet. So people who have their vehicle,
oh boy, can't get in.
Come out of there.
Well, maybe they're going to fix it tonight.
Maybe they'll fix it quickly. I passed and I realized that they started that road because the residents of Diamond been making a lot of noise. There's an informal settlement to some extent, mainly there. And I know the votes in that area, they've been, depreciation. We've been getting up on that, and fixing that road is part of it. But I haven't looked at the details. But if you say they dig down, so the persons down there have to leave their vehicle on the main road for now then?
Most of the time, but they have to put up the whole road there now. They take out over 40, 50 truckload of stuff, And so, but where the police station used to do now, you have to jump up at least 4 feet.
Wow, I have to go out there and have a look.
You need to go very urgent. And there is a house further out, it's about 8 feet high. I don't know what they was doing, who was supervising or what, but there's a serious problem. Instead of they make the problem better, it is 10 times worse.
Well,
but I think we raised that point earlier, Eigel, in that the fact that they're going to be running and scampering to do everything now to gain votes, and a lot of the work would not be up to standard. And in this case, maybe there's a rush to ensure that especially in South Windward, I think that part maybe more in South Windward, there's a rush to get votes organized, so they're going to fix road here and there, and they're just not capable of doing a good job.
And there's a lady, Mrs. Jones, who live higher up. They're supposed to cut her part. They say they're not doing that. And the woman don't pay all her money, she don't pay everything to get her road. So it's a serious problem among there. And but there's a lady, James, have a car. She can't come out to the garage, because she have to come at least 5 feet in order to come out of the garage. They got 5 feet down.
Oh, so she got caught with her vehicle in there and proper.
But what it was me. Because they have to pay me every day, I can't come out, they have to pay me.
I'm sure Andrew and the ball of that's probably an area to look at. So.
Yes, quite definitely. All right.
Okay, Pastor. All the best.
And we had graduation in the Brighton school today.
Today?
No representative for Minister of Education come. None of them turn up.
I think they must have done a thing.
That's too small. Brighton school too small today for them to come.
True, all right. I'll go along with you on that.
Yeah, I feel so because the thing is, even if some of them in the committee, there are other people from the ministry who could come and represent. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Pastor.
All
the best. Yeah, because the minister don't have to come to everything. We have a lot of persons from the ministry.
And I was having that discussion with somebody the other day in terms of governance. And in the past, especially in the New Democratic Party, the permanent secretaries and so forth, they were competent people who were able to make decisions and carry out plans and programs without having to come to the minister or whoever is their party representative. It may not be the parliamentary representative, but who call the shots have to sign off on anything. And
because the people know what they're doing, so they just do what they have to do.
And I think that's one thing in the Democratic Party I've pointed out to people, that once you're competent and there'd be a system of meritocracy, that you for sure would be allowed to function within the guidelines. You don't have to call every minister every day or assume what the minister wants to do. So the minister go fire Eagle and promote board, and so you do it. Board can't get no flour. And it's just sickening. And not only change the government, we have to bring back St. Vincent and the Grenadines together.
Definitely.
Have to bring back, man. Everybody have to live in love.
We really divided. Some people are afraid to talk to some people because of political affiliation. Well, I'm afraid to talk to nobody. So that is the thing. Whether you're NDP, ULP, I'll talk to you. I don't have a problem with that. But sometimes that's the way things go in St. Vincent. You even have people now, if you're NDP and you're selling, some of them wouldn't buy from you because they're ULP, which is foolishness, and it might be vice versa. I don't know. Some NDP people might do the same thing.
I think I know people like
but
that.
That's what I'm saying. So, but not with me. If I could help somebody, if they need help, I'll help you regardless of your political persuasion. And that is how we need St. Vincent to be back. When I was smaller, much younger, Daniel Cummins' father was a Labour Party supporter. My father used to support NDP. They used to work together. They never in anything with anybody. When election, everybody shouting for the party, you ragging me, I ragging you. Because you saying you go win, I saying I win. When they finish, when election finish, the night, they don't count the vote. The next day, them fellas build a dummy and a coffin. And they put the dummy in the coffin, close it up, and it's funeral. They walk in all up from Green Hill, right down to the bridge in Stony Ground below where Singer have the place. It is the burying ground. So they burying the person who lose. And the next day after that, they back walking together. Nobody had time with that till the next cycle come around.
It's a pity,
Next cycle come around for election. But these days, people they want to eat your head off if you don't support them and that kind of stuff. I mean, and it never been so before, but it has become so under this regime, and it's because of the communistic style of governance. And we don't want that kind of thing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're one people, one nation, one Vinci. We got to come back together. Welcome to New Times.
Good afternoon, my brothers.
Hey, good afternoon,
Good day.
sis. How are you doing? Good to hear your voice.
Yes, I am here listening, and you know me, but I'm saying I am from Central Kingston.
Of course.
What you're saying there is so true. The days of election, what you're saying there is so true.
Yeah.
After the election, everybody used to get together, everybody jumping together in the park.
Yeah.
So what you're saying there is so true. But I
know.
just called to wish to send belated happy birthday greetings to a friend, a brother, and a representative for Central Kingston and St. Vincent, and by extension, St. Vincent on the whole. I just want to wish the Major the very best of what life has to offer, God's richest blessing, and I believe giving him a chance, because he is a representative in and out of Parliament.
Yeah.
In and out of Parliament, he's a representative to the country. And giving him a chance with the ability he has, with God's help, he will make a great, great contribution to this country. So I just want to wish the Major all the very best. I was trying to get in yesterday, but I couldn't get in. So many people was calling. And I want to say hi to his wife and all his family also.
Okay.
So thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, sis. God bless. And I'm sure he might be somewhere listening, so I guess he get your message. And you don't know he will know your voice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So take care.
All them places there are jealous, I can't get to go. But
I know.
All them places where you're calling out, these places I used to be. But
definitely. Yeah.
Right.
But after one time it's another,
Yes.
Definitely. All right,
Okay,
sis.
then.
Take care.
You take care, you and Mr. Bud.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks.
All right, sis. God bless. Take care. Yeah, that's a sister from Central Kingston there, so calling, bigging up the Major.
Next week.
It is now 22 minutes to the hour of 2 o'clock. So we have 7 minutes. So I'll give persons the opportunity to call. We take 1 or 2 callers and then we will just wrap up the program. So if you call within the next 2 or 3 minutes, we will take your call. If not, we will just wrap up the program here, myself and Brother Board. But this morning we cover a few things. So let me let you know. Well, it seems like the Public Accounts Committee is still meeting because I haven't heard anybody call and say, well, it is finished or anything. So I will assume that they're still meeting right at this time. It is not open to the public. They didn't allow the public to come. They didn't even allow the media to come, which is disappointing. But under the Unity Labour Party, we expect that because their style of governance is nothing to do with the people, because they always seem to have things to hide, because this administration has shown itself to be very corrupt from the beginning, and nothing ain't really changed. So right now, we will await the conclusion of it, and we know that at the end of it, we will get good information, because Dr. Friday and his team will be able to speak to the nation on the issue and on how things went with the public accounts meeting. So the other side was supposed to make rules, say the rules wasn't sufficient, wasn't there for it to meet and function. But somehow I don't know if they make any new rules. The speaker, I think Dr. Friday did say the mechanism is in place for them to meet. So I don't know. If they meet under the same rules, we will know, because we will hear. So we will know if it was just play by the Unity Labour Party to try to hold up the meeting, because the last time it was called, they came out of it because they said they didn't have proper rules to carry on the meeting, and they never made any since they're in Parliament for 24 years. So
I think I have to emphasize to the people that the majority members of the Public Accounts Committee are
from the
from the government side.
See?
1, 2. It is being held in the Parliament,
Yeah.
which made the Speaker have some degree of control. And 2, while the chairperson of the committee is the leader of the opposition, they are still the minority in the committee itself.
So that if a decision is to be made, the majority would always carry.
Exactly.
So even if you oppose it, you can oppose and then you can come and say why you oppose and so on. But it will always be carried.
Exactly. And that's why it was important for the public to hear, because they could have a resolution where they try to suppress even the release of information. So that's important. In closing, I just want to say to persons, if you're into carnival, enjoy the carnival. If you're not, take it easy, take a rest. But I'm calling on all persons, including candidates, NDP workers, all persons, to keep, as I say, doing the work that is necessary still now, which is still going around speaking to people. But take the mental rest, and so because it's space, as they say, after carnival. And also, so those of you who have persons returning, speak to them, show them the reality, point out what's actually happening on the ground, because a lot of persons in the diaspora sometimes not too in tune with the reality of the ground. It's the same like your research, and you look up a hotel online and all the rooms look nice and so forth, and probably when you reach there is a different ballgame. So use this opportunity to take the message of the New Democratic Party to everybody as you meet in groups, whether it's at a party, whether it's at a church picnic, whatever, Be nice about it. Don't impose on people privacy, but, please, everybody have to take the opportunity to spread the good news of the need to change in government.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Brother Boat. Let me just encourage people to be safe during this season, and make sure you protect your homes well, because we know that people still goes around and interfere with people's property. So make sure you stay safe, take care of yourself. And those who are returning, you can buy a ticket if you're staying long enough for the boat ride. If you're not staying long enough, you can buy one for a relative or a friend, so that Brother Conroy will be able to have a successful boat ride to Myro. Tomorrow, God's willing, the program will continue. Sister Margaret London will be on the program, so I know some of you miss her because you didn't hear her for quite a while, but she will be on tomorrow, God's willing. So you can make sure your dial is fixed on Nice Radio. Tune in and you will get her. It is now 1:44 and counting, so this is where we're going to take our leave from the station. Let me thank all of you who call and make your contribution. It was nice being here with you. And until tomorrow, when Sister Margaret London will be in, if it is the will of the Lord, you take care of yourself, stay out of trouble, stay close to Jesus. God bless. We're out of here.
Central Leewood, get ready to turn up the vibes. It's the Mix and Mingle 4.0 boat ride to Myro. It's happening Sunday, July 13th, aboard the